Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Frank, amazing. They've been playing golf on these hallowed links lands since the 15th century.
And hopefully they'll play for many and more a year, because every great player that's ever played this game has walked over Swilcan Bridge.
This one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Players still fighting the strong winds out there today.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, this first hole, all about the Swilcan burn.
Yeah, it cuts in so close to the front of that putting surface. If there's just a puff of wind, then all of a sudden that burn that you could just step across very much comes into play. Should be safely on deck.
Back-to-back birdies, we'll see. That one got away. He has this for par. Drops it, and he's at even par. Now to the second hole here at the Open Championship. And Frank, what's the best way to attack?
Ideally, if you're not the longest hitter, just down the right side. But if you've got some wind conditions, wind behind your back, you can nearly drive this green. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Wayward from the tee, and this one...
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. One under early in the round. On the tee box here at the third now. Frank, all of these holes look relatively straightforward. Can a golfer get lured in kind of a false sense of security off the tee here at the old course?
No, well, you can. This hole, the third hole, even shorter than the second, so reachable. But a lot of people tend to bail out towards the left. That's the middle of the golf course. And that leaves you a devilish little pitch or short wedge across that big gaping bunker that protects both the third and the 15th green. So once again, want to drive the ball down the right side, but there's a series of pot bunkers there.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Good looking shot right here. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Just misses. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Nice par to remain 1 under. Frank, the challenge begins to intensify here at the fourth.
Yeah, a bit risky if you try and hit it down the right side. Just about every player I've seen over the years has sort of aired a little bit to the left. That's a safer tee shot, but it does set up a very daunting second. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good. Second shot.
Not too unhappy with that, Frank, at 17 feet.
No, from that distance, it's more than good.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
So just a formality here. Did the job right there. Hole number 5 of the first par 5 we've seen today. This,
but it's quite wide in the driving area, with the exception of those 3 bunkers on the right that just sort of pop out. But if you can get it past those, this par 5 very reachable.
not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. Well, this is going to be an interesting day. The wind is howling, or as they would say in Scotland, just a wee breeze. Setting up for an approach shot here. Wow, what a shot.
What are the chances of making it from there?
Now at the 6th, not a particularly long hole, Frank, par 4.
Yeah, semi-blind tee shot. You've got an idea where you want to hit, but there's a series of 3 bunkers. They're called the coffins down the left side, as well as some pop bunkers down the right. So this requires a very accurate tee shot.
Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You'll need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Second shot from 130. Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Drops another birdie and moves to 4 under on the day. Now, 7th hole here at the old course, Frank.
Ideal line, just hit your tee shot over the marked stone. The bunker on the 11th green actually often comes into play, called the shell bunker. So anything a little bit right of that, but very difficult green for the approach shot coming up.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Setting up for another approach, our featured golfer has continued that excellent play from earlier in the round.
Indeed, there's no better feeling in the world than when you know you're firing on all cylinders. Hitting fairways, second shot's just going straight at the flag. Right now, everything is working.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline. How did that not go in?
Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Has this one for par. Knocked that down for par, remains at 4 under. Now to the par 3-8. Frank, what's the best way to go at it?
Well, for these players, straight at the flag. This is the first par 3 you'll see, and a good chance to make 2 coming up ahead. But we do see a lot of long putts here with an errant tee shot.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green.
That's a big green. He's managed to get it smack bang in the middle of it.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Wow, I thought it was going in just off. Rounding out the opening 9 here at St. Andrews. And Frank, this par 4 features a couple of fairway bunkers that players will have to contend with.
Yeah, this is a fun hole when you first stand on that tee and look at it. You see those bunkers smack bang in the middle of the fairway. The last bunker there in the middle is called the end hole. This hole is called the end. But this green, too, is so flat, very, very difficult to read. But if you get there, pull the head cover off the driver. Remember, this is the only chance you get to play the old course.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up.
It's that sneaky distance.
Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par. 3 under on the day. Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
How about that? 4 under par. Frank, another famous hole, this time the par 311.
Yeah, this hole was made famous by the left bunker, which is called the Hill, where Bobby Jones, when he first played St Andrews, couldn't get the ball out of the bunker, so in the end he actually ripped up his scorecard. A lot's changed since then, but the hole hasn't lost its luster.
How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Headed for a handful right now. 4 birdies on the day. Frank, from this vantage point here at the 12th, you can see why the old course, St Andrews, are so iconic in the sport.
Yeah, this is a fun hole as we start to sort of head back to the village of St Andrews. Hole's called Heathery. There's a big crop of heather on the left, and there's 4 little pot bunkers that are in the middle of this fairway, so you've really got to be cognizant of those. But good time to take the head cover off if you're a long hitter, and then you've only got to worry about that 1 pot bunker just short of the green.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot, he is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. And I want to have this for birdie. Frank, see if he can get the hat trick here.
Oh, things are looking so good. Strokes good, swings good. Let's see if it goes in.
This is impressive now. 6 under par and 2 straight birdies. Now to the par 4 13th, and again, Frank, it's all about avoiding the bunkers.
Yeah, another hole that forces you to go either right or left of something that you can see. The 2 bunkers called the coffins right up ahead. You can also go beyond those, and if you do, then you've got a much shorter shot in, but you've got to avoid those fairway bunkers. They are very costly.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards.
Second shot.
Continuing his fine play, another beautiful approach shot. He has a 12-footer here. Wow, I thought that was in. Par bid here. Did the job right there. Frank, you can actually play this 14th hole by taking a detour to another hole on the front side. Explain.
Yeah, that's the fourth hole. The fourth hole is adjacent to the 14th, and if you're in a little bit of trouble off the tee, there's nothing. It's gone for a little extra. Huge with a capital H.
Moved it a long ways. Wow, he moved that a long ways right in the fairway. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5.
That's an absolute beauty.
Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Getting set now over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Time to tee it up here at the 15th as we begin the closing stretch here at the Open Championship of the Old Course at St. Andrews.
There's a big steeple in the distance, so even when it starts to fog in a bit, if you can keep your eye on that, that's a good line off the tee. And you've got to keep it, your tee shot just short of this sort of heather, big crop of heather down the left side. It still leaves you a lengthy second shot, but really that's the safest way to try and play this par 4, 15th. Very good par 4.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. "160 yards away. This is the second shot. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Starting to heat up now. Back-to-back birdies. Well done. Headed for home now, partner. The 16th hole, and what are we looking at here?
Well, you have to avoid the principal's nose. Otherwise, you're going to finish up in the principal's office. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. Yeah, about 150 yards left here, Frank. on the green, and a chance for birdie. Frank, this would jumpstart the round, a third straight birdie.
Some good playing.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. They'll take it. That's a par. Frank, the 17th hole, you can get room service along the way here?
You can. If you flare one right there, you'll also pay a penalty for out of bounds. And so that hamburger better taste good. Better be worth it. A little left of that, little left of the out of bounds, and you're left with a second shot. That's fairly daunting because you have the road hole bunker to avoid and the road behind the green. Hence the name.
Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That's one of the more depressing sights in golf. You've hit a good one, and then it just sucks back too much spin off the green. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Ooh, that hurts.
Whoa, that was unexplainable. I thought that was easily going to be a par.
Now I'll have to focus. Try to make bogey. Seven under on the day. Frank, here at the 18th, so much history has been made through the years.
Yeah, one of my favorite memories, I remember Jack Nicklaus when he beat Doug Sanders in that playoff. The famous sort of short putt that Doug Sanders missed. But really, the great moment that stands out was Seve making that 15-footer across the hill in 1984 wearing the blue sweater. Not only did he win the Open Championship, but he beat a tremendous field that included Bernard Langer, Tom Watson, Fred Couples, Lanny Wadkins, Faldo, and Greg Norman. It was an amazing Open Championship.
And I love that fist pump. It was pure Seve. All that fire, all that passion came flying out. And that's where you just sort of fell in love with the game.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Moves to -8. Frank, that was just a dazzling display of golf today.
It's amazing how a game at times that can be so hard and just absolutely drive you crazy can appear to be so simple. This was just an absolute joy to watch today.
So that'll do it for Frank Nobilo and our entire team. I'm Rich Lerner. Until next time.